Hello, welcome to the Powerful Marketing Tips podcast. This is Mari-Liis.
And this is Laura.
And today we have prepared 3 topics to talk about. So the first one is about promotions, especially holiday promotions, since that's the season right now. The second topic is about getting some rest, vacation. And the third topic is about how to prepare for the upcoming new year. So let's go. The first one, holiday promotions.
Yes,
They are everywhere.
they are. Yeah. And
How do you feel?
I mean, on the one hand, as a customer, I think you can appreciate it when you really need something. And then you know that, okay, Black Fridays, for example, either coming up or Christmas sales or something, then you can maybe get it for cheaper.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you are looking only for those cheap deals, then it shows that you don't actually have that brand loyalty. You don't really care. What I've been thinking is that maybe it's like shooting yourself in the leg. Because yes, you can get maybe those short-term sales very quickly if you're offering like some crazy discounts, I don't know, 40%, 50%. But what happens after the sale is over? Because people are used to buying things from you at that price point. But if you're not able to offer that price point throughout the year, then I don't know if they would come back. So ultimately, I think it comes down to like, what is your value proposition? Like, are you competing for price, product, people, service? I mean, so how do you want to differentiate? Or what do you think?
I think there are pros and cons, like with everything
Yes.
in life, let's be honest. So first of all, I agree that we need to know when are those promotional seasons for the companies. But on the other hand, of course, we have seen that among our own clients, that what happens is that during the campaign period, the peak is, going up.
Yes.
Everything is good. But after the campaign, there's no sales. So that's a very bad thing if that happens with your brand, because we teach our customers how to behave with our brand, right? So they know that, okay, I don't even bother to buy for a product, let's say now, because I know that probably at the end of this month you will have another discount.
Yeah.
So, and that's a pretty big threat, I would say, because we have seen that ourselves, what happens with the e-shops.
And also, I think that if you are in that customer position when you missed the sale and then you buy it for the like full price,
And
and
when
then
you're
the sale
disappointed.
happens like 1 week later, then you're like,
Yeah,
But-
exactly. So you should be very aware of what you do and how you do. And the other thing I'm thinking is that brands should be honest about the pricing, what was before the campaign and what is now, because we have seen that a lot, and I'm sure everybody have seen that, that we are kind of fooling our customers during the campaign period, but that's really bad.
Yeah, and I have seen in some e-shops, which I really like, is that it shows like 30 days lowest price was. So that even when they do a discount, then you can see like, okay, has it been like the lowest in the last month or not? Like, is it a good deal or not? Because it's sometimes very hard to evaluate.
So playing with the price can be a great thing
Yeah.
from one side, but it can also be a very dangerous thing to do, because that's the highest price that the brand or the company pays when it comes to the pricing.
Yeah.
You should more think about the value and value proposition, as I said, maybe offer some extras during the promotional time or something, because you don't really want to offer discount too often.
Yeah.
But of course, you can do that once in a while. And I would suggest to do that among your loyal clients, because then they would feel a little bit more special, that, I can have this special price because I have been loyal for a long time.
That's a good
So
one.
I would do something like that.
Yeah, and I think it also ultimately comes down to like, where do you want to position yourself? Are you like a luxury brand? Like, I don't know, Ferrari and Lamborghinis are not offering any discounts, right? Or you are just like somewhere in the middle, or you are like competing for every cent. Like you are, there are very many of those. Yeah, and it depends, because when you're offering like very high level product or service, then you don't need as many clients. But when you offer something that is available for most people, then of course you have to probably pay a little bit with the price if you want to stand out. And I also don't want to say that don't do any campaigns, because I think that it can be a great way to raise awareness.
Yeah,
Because,
very
for
well.
example, in Estonia, there are some like Cyber Monday type of things. And you have like a dedicated site where you go and you can see like all the discounts at once, like who are participating there. And then you can discover like new places to shop if you're, for example, looking for something very specific. So it can be a great tool to use in your marketing. But I think, yes, you should like think through the whole plan for the year, like how many discounts I am going to make, when they are going to happen, and not just do it like every week or every month or like randomly.
I'm with you 100%. Amen.
Nice.
So, second topic,
Yes.
because the time pressure is on. Let's talk about vacation and getting some rest. Because too often, especially marketers, are like hamsters in a wheel, going crazy every time. You know, there's too many tasks, and to-do lists are like never ending, and you're going crazy, working, I don't know, 24/7. And I know that you were just in Portugal for 2 weeks on a vacation, and you didn't do any work.
No, I didn't bring my laptop.
How did you survive that?
Well, first of all, I had very good colleagues.
Yeah, I believe that.
Second of all, yeah, I think it's mostly comes down to how well you can prepare yourself. I mean, like for some like tasks, you can like prepare things ahead of time so that the clients won't like suffer just because you're away. But ultimately, the most important thing is your mindset, I would say, because if you feel like I can't go on a vacation, everything will stop working, the company will go down, I will die, everything bad will happen, then of course you will never go on that vacation. But the more I have taken vacations recently, the more I have realized that nothing major is going to happen, and time goes by anyway. And, you know, in a grand scheme of things, 2 weeks is not like a major time period compared to like 1 year, for example. And it may feel long, especially when you're on a vacation and, you know, swimming in the ocean, or
then you feel guilty that, oh my God,
drinking some wine. Then you may feel like, okay, maybe I should get back to work soon. Like I'm getting a bit bored here. But
poor thing.
Yeah, but I think it's so nice and it's so valuable, and I really recommend it because
swimming or wine?
Both, because it reminds you that like what is the most important thing in your life, and if it actually is work, then I think you have to like reprioritize some things, because when you go to work with like excitement and happiness, but work does not have to fulfill like your whole self, then you can go there with like happiness and fun.
You can enjoy that.
Yeah, but if you put like the responsibility of your, I don't know, worth on your work only, if you get what I mean, then it's very hard to be happy when things are not...
When you're not working.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to find your worth elsewhere, and then you can also enjoy your work.
That's very, very well said, actually. And the way you can also do that is to plan, because we knew like it was in August already when we knew that you will be on a vacation.
Actually, I think even before that. I think I bought those tickets like in spring.
Okay, even better. But I remember in August already when we planned our calendars, we always thought about, okay, this is the time period when you are not in office. And we also prepared our hub and our clients that, okay, this is the time period when we cannot take more, I don't know, responsibilities and to-do lists. So we just planned very well. And clients will respect if you want to take a vacation. Let's be honest. They all did that, right? They knew that you were going on a vacation, and they didn't plan too much things prior to your vacation or even after that.
And I think another thing that this vacation forces you to do is to think through like your daily processes and tasks. And if there is something that you can automate or like use a tool, because we started using a new tool before my vacation.
Thanks to your vacation,
yes,
actually.
And I'm really happy with it because it really helps
to be
save
more
us
efficient.
time and be more efficient. So sometimes it is good to step out of your daily routines, because if you are in this daily routine, you always keep on doing the things the same way. But maybe there's a smarter way to do it, and then you can take more vacations.
Yeah, work smarter.
Yes.
And also plan smarter, because when you were planning your vacation, you also planned in so that it wouldn't be like the time period when when your input is very much needed, right? So it was, we talked about the when do we need to do some analytical work, and I know that I need your help there more. So You can do it if you just plan it ahead and you have time. So of course it would be much more harder if you were to say that, okay, Mari-Liis, I will go to vacation day after tomorrow. That would be a horror, right? But otherwise, if you plan it.
Again, sometimes life happens. You never know. Like maybe
When you get sick, for
yeah.
example. Yeah.
So that's why I think you have to have those, what we have also talked about before, you have to have those work processes written down somewhere. You have to ensure that your team members have access to different, I don't know, tools or documents that you use every day. And you have to be prepared for a crisis, which you talked about in also one of the recent episodes.
Yeah, and that's also something that actually people will understand very well. If something happens, you need to be honest. Don't go crazy that, oh my God, I will do it all by myself overnight or whatever. I've seen that people are doing that. You should probably stop when something happens and rethink your schedule and everything. What is urgent, what is not urgent, and what can be delegated, what can be postponed, etc. So just be reasonable and talk to other people. Talk to people that, okay, I don't know, my kid got sick or I got sick or somebody else or something happened, whatever it is, just be honest and tell people that, okay, I won't be able to work, I don't know, 5 days a week. Next week, I need to take, 1 or 2 days off. And you can always, adapt to that. Yeah. So because marketing is not something that,
it's life or death.
Exactly. Usually it's not like that. And
even though it can feel like that at times.
So, of course, the business shouldn't suffer. Yeah. So these are the priority number one that keeps, you need to assure that the money keeps coming in, right? So that's the only thing, actually. Yeah.
And as the year is ending, I have one more tip for you, which we do also within our team, is to go through your, like all of those processes or documents or Drive folders or Teams folders or whatever you have, and organize them so that it's not as chaotic as it can, go when you're in your like this daily work mode and you are not actively planning or reorganizing stuff. And this is also something that can help you take some time off when needed, because then other people can access everything that they need.
And that's a great topic to start the third topic, which we promised. It's about how to start new year strong.
Yeah, but before that, I want to ask you.
Go ahead.
I'm surprising you. So the year is coming to an end, 2025. And I think it's very appropriate to try to wrap it up somehow or like take one big lesson or something with you or one highlight. So what would it be for you?
Well, I finished my book this year.
Yay!
So it's a big thing for all of us because, to be honest, I have been writing the book for 3 years, even longer in my own head. But the notes in my Drive folder are back from 2022 somewhere, initial thoughts. So that's a great thing, I think, for all of us, to be honest. But the year has been, I would say, very good because of the energy we have had. I haven't felt we are too overwhelmed in a good way. I mean, because we talk about mindset a lot and we talk about getting a rest and rest is strategy and so on, but we don't always do that ourselves. But this year, I feel like our own energy is more, loosen up is maybe a bad word to use here, but
more like chill.
Yeah, we are not going crazy ourselves if the things are not done by a deadline or something happens. We are being more honest with ourselves and with our clients, and usually we see that it is actually also good for the clients because they also see that, okay, nothing happens and we are not in a hurry and we should always plan things ahead and we should always think about the long-term outcomes and not just worry about if we can post this Facebook or Instagram post today. Nothing happens really in the long term. So we should always think about how to align our activities with sales and with outcomes so that we can prove that marketing is very important for our businesses. And we cannot prove it by just being busy every day, and overwhelmed and, I don't know, filling the room with this anxiety ourselves.
Yeah, because that also affects like how clients like experience us.
So
I think
good.
if you are like going in with this anxious energy or like
Oh my
things
God,
are
yeah.
wrong, then it doesn't leave a good taste in their
Yeah.
mouth. But I would say that also this year, I think we have been attracting like those projects that we also enjoy more. I'm not saying that we didn't enjoy those things we did
Earlier.
before, but I think it all is like finally like aligning better or
Mhm.
like going with the vision.
So yeah, I feel very good about these years because I remember I have had those years when I feel like, oh my God, thank God it's over.
Yeah.
You know, the year has been crazy. But this time I really enjoy that. Okay, it has been a great year and I'm really excited in a good way what the new year will bring. And for us, I know it is the goal for the new year is to, of course, grow our community even stronger, even better. And mostly we talk about quality and how people are aligned and how they engage inside the community. So that is really important for me in 2026. How about yourself?
Yeah, I agree. I am with you 100%. And I think in terms of the community or the Powerful Marketers Hub, we have like built it and rebuilt it and then again rebuilt it
And yeah,
a
again,
couple of times. And at times I have been frustrated about it, thinking like, okay, it doesn't work. Like, why are we even like doing this? But now I have taken like off this pressure from ourselves. Like, yes, it is like it takes time and it needs like some time to breathe and develop and all of those ideas that are now coming from our members, they're not like completely new. It's something that we have tried to do or talked about like maybe or 3 years ago already, but probably either we weren't ready for that or
Yep.
they weren't ready for that. So everything comes at its own like time and
In the right
pace.
time.
Yeah. And sometimes you just can't rush the process, especially if you're building, something long term. And people often say like, oh my God, how did you get famous overnight? Or how did you achieve that success overnight? But usually, yes, you see like someone coming out of nowhere and like becoming very popular or whatever, but you don't see that 20 years that they put in before that when nobody knew them. So that's why it's easy to like look back at things. I think it was Steve Jobs who said that like it's easy to like see how the dots connect like when you're looking back. But when you're like in it, then it can feel like, okay, it's not going anywhere, it's not working, blah, blah. But just, keep on going and keep trying. And eventually, I think if it's important to you, then you will arrive at your destination.
And sometimes it's even worth to, rest and take some vacation because rest
You
is
need to.
strategy. And then you give room to your own brain and you give like air to those projects that are
Exactly.
on your table. And oftentimes we find solutions when we are stepping away for a second. So I think the end of the year is a very good time to do that. So if you don't have the schedule is not so tight anymore, then feel free to enjoy time with your family, with your loved ones, with your friends, and come back strongly. 2026 will be a great year for sure for you and for
all of us.
For all of the powerful marketers, of course.
Yes, no one wins alone, and let's keep on pushing the next year.
Yay!
Yay! Bye!